So you used to be a supporter of Elon Musk's vision. What happened? What changed your mind?
Liberal actress and activist Alyssa Milano getting a bit of a history lesson after she thought she pulled one over on new Twitter CEO Elon Musk.
Alyssa Milano just showed us that money doesn't buy common sense. She tried to lecture Elon Musk on morality by switching to another car brand. But here's the kicker. That brand, founded by someone not so morally clean. Yep, you heard that right. Milano's attempt to look woke turned into a total history fail. Want the full story? Stick around, it's good. So Alyssa Milano thought she could take on Elon Musk, and well, let's just say it didn't go as planned.
For a Volkswagen Electric, adding, "I'm not sure how advertisers can buy space on Twitter. Publicly traded companies' products being pushed in alignment with hate and white supremacy doesn't seem to be a winning business model."
Big mistake. Alyssa Milano decided to trade in her Tesla for a Volkswagen. Her reason? Elon Musk's Twitter takeover didn't sit right with her. She tweeted, "I gave back my Tesla. I bought the Volkswagen electric vehicle. I love it." Then she launched into a rant about hate speech and white supremacy on the platform. But the internet wasn't having it. People were quick to point out the irony. Wait, you're protesting hate by supporting a company founded during Nazi Germany. It was a total backfire. Instead of making a statement, she ended up highlighting her lack of research.
Volkswagen's dicey past, more than one sharing that the company started out as a state-owned enterprise in Nazi Germany. Musk's response, well, he responded with the crying, laughing emojis.
Volkswagen was started by the German Labor Front, a Nazi organization. They even used forced labor during World War II. But Alyssa Milano clearly skipped that history lesson. In her rush to look woke, she traded her Tesla for a Volkswagen. The internet exploded. Memes were everywhere, faster than Milano could delete her tweets. People dug up old Volkswagen ads featuring Hitler. Yeah, it was that bad. And Elon Musk, he didn't even need to say a word. He just dropped a crying, laughing emoji. Sometimes less really is more. Then came the Hodge twins with the knockout punch.
All right, so we responded. Volkswagen was literally founded by Nazis and Hitler.
How do you not know that?
1937, the Nazi government founded Volkswagen.
Ouch, that one hit hard. You'd think she'd backtrack, right? Nope. Instead, she doubled down. She went on The View to defend herself. And let me tell you, it was a disaster. She starts ranting about billionaires, especially Elon Musk. She's like, "I'm so annoyed with all these billionaires, except a few, but especially Musk." Her argument, you spend billions to buy Twitter just to destroy it. But here's the kicker, Milano's worth millions herself. So a millionaire is lecturing billionaires on how to spend their money. Talk about irony. And her suggestion, Musk should have given that money to UNICEF to end world hunger. But wait, under Musk, Twitter's actually doing better. More users, more activity. So her argument completely falls flat. The best part, the other hosts on The View looked like they wanted to crawl under their chairs. The audience? Totally confused. Milano's rant was all over the place, making zero sense. It's like she forgot she was on national TV. She's stumbling over her words, trying to justify why she switched from Tesla to Volkswagen. You'd think someone would have pulled her aside and said, "Hey, maybe don't lecture people about money when you're rich yourself." But nope. She just kept going, digging that hole deeper and deeper. And just when you thought it couldn't get any worse, she took her PR disaster to the next level. This time it was a GoFundMe campaign that had everyone shaking their heads. So get this, Milano starts a fundraiser for her son's baseball team. Sounds innocent enough, right? She's asking for $10,000 to help fund the team's trip. But here's where it gets wild. Milano and her husband are worth an estimated $10 million. Yeah, you heard that right, $10 million.
So Milano is responding to all the backlash over trying to raise money for her son's baseball team. It all started last week when Alyssa posted a link to a GoFundMe page to help raise $10,000 for her son's team trip. But some people were asking why Alyssa didn't fund the team herself.
She said, "I've contributed in the past, I've bought uniforms, I've set up this GoFundMe page, which every single team does. She's contributed. Why should she pick up for every single other person?" I think it's very presumptuous of people just to assume because she's been on television, delusional because she's famous and people assume she's got a certain lifestyle. And even if she does, like The Rock and Oprah, when it was Hawaii and the disasters, and they were trying to raise money, people were furious at them, saying they should pay for it themselves.
They got a lot of
Can
backlash.
people not just try and do something nice and contribute a bit and raise awareness and do whatever they can with their social media status, with a GoFundMe page? Like, why is it on them to do, why is it up to Oprah to do absolutely everything?
People lost their minds when they found out. Can you blame them? Here's this millionaire celebrity asking regular folks to cough up cash for her kid's baseball trip. And it's not just Milano who's loaded. Her husband is a big shot agent at one of Hollywood's top talent agencies. They're swimming in cash, but apparently can't spare a few grand for their son's team. Come on. The reactions were brutal. People were calling her out left and right. One user nailed it, asking, why is she asking for money from people who can barely buy groceries? Ouch. But honestly, they're not wrong. So how does Milano deal with all the backlash? Does she apologize? Nope. Does she admit she messed up? Not a chance. Instead, she pulls the classic move, turns off the comments on her GoFundMe. Because if you can't handle the heat, just shut it down, right? But wait, it gets even better. She starts retweeting old crowdfunding campaigns like, see, everybody does this. Come on, Alyssa, that's not gonna fly. Just when you think the situation can't possibly get worse, she takes it to a whole new level. Remember that $200,000 Porsche we talked about? Yeah, she thought it was the perfect time to show that off, right after begging people for donations. Talk about a slap in the face to everyone who chipped in. And it wasn't just any Porsche. It had a custom paint job worth $144,000, basically what most people make in several years. People were furious, and they had every right to be. One tweet summed it up perfectly. You're driving a $200,000 car but can't pay for your son's trip. Seriously? Honestly, it's hard to argue with that logic. And then there's the Volkswagen. Remember how she made a big deal about ditching her Tesla for a VW? Now people are wondering if she even bought one. I mean, if you're rolling around in a car that costs more than most houses, do you really need a Volkswagen? Her whole eco-friendly anti-Musk thing is starting to look like nothing but a PR stunt. It's not just regular folks who've had enough either. Word is even Hollywood is starting to distance itself. And honestly, who's surprised? In showbiz, your image is everything, and right now, hers is in free fall. Even her old co-stars seem to be steering clear. They're not throwing shade directly. This is Hollywood after all. But suddenly they're too busy for reunions or conveniently forgetting to mention her in interviews. It's subtle, but it's brutal. So what's next for Alyssa Milano? Can she recover, or is this the start of her Hollywood exit? One thing's for sure, she's now the poster child for celebrity hypocrisy, and it's sparked a much bigger conversation. Do these stars actually believe in the causes they preach, or is it just a performance? This whole debacle is a textbook case of how not to do celebrity activism. From ditching a Tesla to flaunting a Porsche, she's turned into a masterclass on missing the point. It's like she's competing for gold in the hypocrisy Olympics. The lesson here? If you're going to take a stand, maybe do a little research first. Or better yet, stay off Twitter altogether. Because if there's one thing we've learned, it's that the internet never forgets.